Hello, we're here at the Perth Academy Challenge to Change conference and we're joined by Monique, one of the organisers of this day. So Monique, what made you want to organise this conference for other young women?
For a long time I've been very passionate about debating and challenging quite complex issues like gender equality. Last year I attended an event for young women at the Scottish Parliament which really inspired me to organise a similar event.
So Mr Lothian, how does it make you feel to see some of your pupils organising a day such as this?
It makes me incredibly proud, as you can imagine, and I reflect back on the first conversation I had with these four ladies when they came back from a visit to the Scottish Government, and they came back so full of energy, enthusiasm, absolutely inspired, and said they wanted to do something. And even then I thought, well, we need to do everything we can do to encourage them. They were so passionate, but even then I didn't think for a minute that would translate into what we've got today, which is hundreds of young people, young women coming, and the whole focus around being empowered, taking your dreams, having your voice, and actually really thinking about your future and encouraging other people to do the same.
So Jess, can you just tell us a bit about what's going to go on here today?
Well, we've got a range of workshops, all focusing on different subjects that we feel affect young women today. We've got workshops on sexism, sexualisation, confidence and leadership. And we've also got the Commonwealth fencing squad coming along to do some fencing. We've got musicians, we've got Polly Murray, our keynote speaker. We're going to have a Q&A panel in the afternoon who are going to be answering questions came up with the delegates throughout the day. So there's going to be a lot going on, to say the least.
We're with the Scottish, British and Commonwealth fencing champions, Sarah Jane and Vicky. Just tell us a bit about why you're here today.
We're here just to promote women within the sport, and as a fencing club we've got both boys, girls, men and women, but it's mainly our women that have gone on to compete internationally for Great Britain, for Scotland. So we're here just to get the sport a bit known and get girls involved. Get more girls involved.
And now we're joined by John Fife, Director of Education for Perth and Kinross. So, Mr Fife, what brings you here today?
I think anything that involves young people and organising an event like this is a big draw for me. It really does show that the education system is producing outcomes for young people, and people are thinking beyond the academic study and more about how do I fit in this society, how do women fit into society, and that has to be a good thing.
And what do you hope that today will achieve for young women in Perth and Kinross?
Well, I hope, as it says on the tin, that their confidence, their leadership abilities will develop greatly, and they'll start to question some of the things that society has been embedded over many, many years about the prejudice that exists against equal pay, women's rights, and so forth and so on.
We're now joined by Albie, the graphic facilitator for today. So, could you just tell us a bit about what you're doing here today?
Yeah, I'm here today to record the event graphically, and I hope that more people will be able to access it, and it will produce a colourful record of the day that people can take away with them. It will be scanned out to everybody, so everybody will have a copy and be able to share it with their networks.
So Ailey, could you tell us a bit about what it was like to organise an event like this?
It was a lot more than any of us expected. I think the workloads just got bigger and bigger. Lots of things we didn't consider, and we couldn't have done it without the council team who've got so much experience in doing this kind of thing, but it has been an amazing experience.
It'll all be worth it.
Let's hope so.
And now we're with Maggie Chapman, the co-convener of the Scottish Green Party. Maggie, could you just tell us about why days like this are so important for women?
Thank you very much. Firstly, thank you very much for inviting me to be here. It's great to be part of something like this. Events like this are really, really important. We see young people, and perhaps young women particularly, being marginalised and being pigeonholed in very particular ways. And by giving women the self-confidence and the strength and the capacity and enabling them to take power for themselves, we can see a better generation coming forward and a better future for all.
And do you think you'll see any of the women here today in the Parliament in years to come?
I certainly hope so. I think that there are fantastic opportunities across Scotland now for young people in politics. But I also think it's important to understand that politics is not just about representational power. Politics happens in communities, it happens in schools, it happens in our day-to-day lives everywhere. So it's about empowering women, young people, giving them the confidence to act wherever they are in Scotland.
We want you to take notice where you live.
To take notice in your own school.
Take notice in your own life.
You can't make a change without first noticing what's wrong.
We want to challenge you to make a change.